devastating floods in various regions of China, including Beijing, Tianjin, and Hebei. The flooding resulted in significant damage, including the destruction of numerous houses and agricultural land. The direct monetary losses amounted to 17 billion yuan, over $2.3 billion. However, despite the widespread and severe flooding across many parts of China, none of the 7 members of the CCP Standing Committee, including Chinese leader Xi Jinping, visited the affected areas to provide encouragement, condolences, or support. Adding to the intrigue, the party's media published an article stating, "If the leader fails to exemplify, how can others be genuinely convinced and motivated to follow?" This raised questions from external observers about the intended reference of the press. On August 10th, the official CCP media outlet People's Daily Online released an article titled, "When the leader doesn't take the lead, the people won't follow. Without setting an example, credibility falters." The initial title of this article was, "In times of crisis, the majority of party members and officials view engaging in flood relief and disaster mitigation as their duty." According to a French media analysis, recent floods ravaged Hebei province and other northern areas of China, prompting victims to inquire about the government's relatively passive engagement in disaster prevention and relief efforts. Adding to the frustration is the notable absence of leaders in disaster-stricken regions. Nonetheless, People's Daily utilized a segment from Xi's prior speech, commending it as an example of the General Secretary's astuteness through illusion. The article underscored the necessity for top officials and leading officials to assume the initiative and lead by action, which is pivotal to the party's success. The article further expounds that Xi Jinping's quote derives from the Baoyuan period of the Northern Song dynasty. During a tense phase of the Northwest War and financial strain, historian Song Qi expressed concerns and recommended the reduction of officials, soldiers, monks, and associated ceremonies to the emperor. He articulated, "When the leader doesn't lead, the people won't follow. Without setting an example, credibility falters." He advocated for the court to spearhead frugality and cost-cutting. Subsequently, the CCP's official article references the spring and autumn period, recounting Prime Minister Yan Ying of Qi's thrice refusal to ride, and during the Northern Song dynasty, Chen Yaozuo's act of personally cooking porridge with rice to aid disaster victims. These anecdotes underscore the influential effect of actions and statements by the ruling elite. In response, some netizens remarked, "Over the past decade, during times of disaster, figures like Hu Jintao, Wen Jiabao, and Zhu Rongji should have been the first to provide online condolences and encouragement. Since Xi Jinping became General Secretary, he has never been willing to visit the disaster-stricken area." After Typhoon Doksuri struck China on July 29th, causing subsequent disasters, aside from concealing the actual casualty figures, senior officials of the Chinese Central Committee were conspicuously absent, and no official statements were made. Netizens also pointed out images of former CCP leaders, including Zhu Rongji, Hu Jintao, and Wen Jiabao, visiting affected areas to extend condolences to citizens in past years, implicitly drawing attention to the perceived indifference and